All right, folks, Yishai Fleisher here. And with the help of God, we're fighting a war here in Israel, and everybody wants a part of it. Out in America and other places, people are sending in stuff. Here in Israel, people are volunteering on so many different levels. People are just looking inside and asking themselves, how can I be part of it? How can I take just a small role to help the soldiers, the people the people that have been injured, families of the abductees? In my community, there's a family that took it upon themselves to make a cafe that runs in town just free for a few hours every day for wives of soldiers that are in the army right now. People are doing beautiful things. Chaim Rutenberg has taken upon himself to make beef jerky to beef up our boys and girls, our soldiers. And he reached out to me, and I'm like, this is a cool story. Chaim, thank you very much for what you're doing, but explain to me what you're doing. What is it about beef jerky that's so important? What are you doing? Who are you giving it out to? And what's the story?
From the beginning of the war, like so many people, we were just looking for something to do. I'm a software engineer. My wife's in finance. Just looking for something to do, helping the Chevra Kadisha when we could, and helped the volunteer system at Hadassah Hospital. And then my nephew was by us right here on this street in Beit Shemesh. He, with his wonderful wife, he ran up north like so many others that morning. They ran everywhere in the country. And a week later, he was hungry. And my son, he has a special diet. When we go to away for the summers, he takes beef jerky with him because it's a stable food. It's nutritious. There's no additives. It's just pure food. And it's a meal in a bag that you could take anywhere at any time and have it with you. So my wife says, we got to do beef jerky. We couldn't find it in the store. I reached out to a few vendors, and within a day, had around 150 packages. They took them up north, met with the Rasap in the northern border, and actually
the army captain guy who's in charge of procurement and stuff for the army, right?
Thank you. So we took them up there with some jackets that he wanted, and they said these jackets aren't good, but the beef jerky's perfect. So we ended up taking the jackets to the Pikud Safon, which was unfortunately targeted today.
Northern Command.
Thank you, sir. And
Chaim, you've become too Israeli. You're speaking English.
Don't mess with my Hebrew. No one understands a word of it.
Okay, so you went up to the north.
To Pikud Safon, and underneath these jackets, there was a package of beef jerky, about 30 packages. I gave one to this guy, Kobi Tzafati, the head of logistics up there. He's like the mama bear of all the units in the north. He loved it. He gave some to try to senior commanders. And by the time I got back to Beit Shemesh, they went into the field and they got me back. And Kobe said, we want thousands. This is the one food we don't have. And put every last minute, every effort in.
I just want to say that I like salad and I like potatoes and chicken, but beef makes me feel stronger and better. And I'm just that kind of guy. And I think there's a lot of guys like me. And when you're out there, you are depleting your proteins. A meat snack, that just sounds awesome, especially if it's like, not full of preservatives and stuff. It's just good stuff.
It's great. I've had this argument a few times with people. I say value over cost. Like, what about chicken jerky? What about this? What about that? Like, what is a steak in a bag that's shelf stable in a tank in Gaza in the middle of a war worth?
Totally.
And it's just, thank God we've done so much, around 50,000 pounds.
Wait a minute. So 50,000 beef jerky bags. Wait a minute. You're producing it? I don't understand. Just give me the
sourcing it from vendors, making it feasible, doing whatever it takes.
Is it made in Israel or is it made in America?
It's mostly made in Israel. Sometimes we get donations. We got fish jerky from Kosher Catch in Massachusetts.
Okay.
But mostly it's locally sourced. There's actually a facility in Jerusalem that has Misrad Abriyut, and God gave us Eda Charedis.
Oh, so that's what I was going to ask you also. So it's a top hechsher, it's kosher, a high standard. It's mehadrin, what we call. Uh-huh.
And it's just been an amazing experience seeing the Yad Hashem every minute, literally.
Hand of God, yeah.
Hand of God, thank you. And literally, like the Lubavitcher Rebbe says that at this period of time, we're in the final steps. We know we're in the final days, our final opportunities to do good before it just becomes too easy to do good. And in this process, sometimes it's been too easy and sometimes it's been really hard. and always seen that magic. Like even today, someone called me on Sunday, a unit in the South, they wanted 100 packages of beef jerky. That's $1,000 right there. Every request is so big.
Well, how are you funding all this?
Prayer. And
I got to try that. Actually, I have tried that.
we know. So yeah, it just,
but are people supporting? Are people jumping on board to be part of this thing?
So I would say yes. Baruch Hashem, we've raised around $400,000.
Baruch Hashem, thank God, that's great.
It's actually right before the war started. My wife wanted us to switch up our car for an electric car, and I didn't because I was thinking, how many mitzvahs can I do in an electric car? It's limited to a certain number of kilometers. I actually put about 50,000 kilometers on our car driving to different bases in the last few months.
Amazing.
And it's just been an unreal experience seeing the land, meeting the people.
Well, let's actually see a little video of you giving some of that beef jerky out to soldiers. Let's take a look.
I'm here with world-renowned Dr. Bradley Strauss from Toronto, and been an honor to spend the afternoon with him distributing beef jerky. It's our honor to have the zchus to bring meat, basar, pure meat, to give it to the soldiers. This is something important to you. Thank you very much. Very important. Thank you. Woo!
All right, so right there's some protein snacks. It's going to go a long way. And we're not just talking about yummies. See, that's the difference. The beef jerky thing is not just a yummy. This is actually going to make them stronger soldiers in the immediate, like short term.
Right.
And it gives them a lot of strength. I'm talking, I just got my release papers from 2 months of reserve duty. I know what it's like to have good food at your disposal. So that's awesome. But wait, I want to show another film here. I want to show a film of your volunteers getting together to make it happen.
Okay. Our makers and our messengers. We can't do one without the other. So, Yachad Ninatzeach.
Thank you.
So if you eat a lot of beef jerky, do you become as tall as that guy that was standing there? That was the tallest Jew.
That's a dad actually that has some kids he hasn't seen his son in 3 months.
Wow.
And that's actually Susie Fishbanks. You heard about the projects. I said, you know what? I'm supposed to meet up with them. They package 100 bags every week to send to their boys. I said, let's meet at your apartment. And she got to meet them, met us. And it's so amazing to be mechazek. And that's been strengthened, right?
You're doing it.
And one of the things that is saying like this, the Paratrooper Rebbe says that at the end of times when you're doing good, you feel great. If you're not doing anything, you feel miserable. And that's one symbol that we're in. Also, you could go all out. We believe in Eretz Yisrael being 100%, the most beautiful place, the most wonderful place for all nations, full of love, a light to the people. Here we have, like you said, it's tasty, it's practical, it's portable. You got beautiful
notes. It's a great gift. On the back. Oh, there's notes on the back. I love it. There's notes on the back. Look at that.
And we
got people writing notes
inside. And if you want to see something really cool, I sent you a screenshot we had Yeshiva Mivaseret Zion, 250 guys. They came to Yeshiva Reishi and they wrote beautiful notes. And then 2-3 days later, the Rosh Yeshiva, if you want, I sent you an image of that. I don't know if you could find it quickly there. And the Rosh Yeshiva sent back a response. He sent me that one of the parents, his son was in Gaza continually, and he got the beef jerky right before Shabbat. He got the beautiful note from the yeshiva guy. And it's just the full connection of people writing, people learning, people giving. And of course, the big thing here is the full immersion. Like we say, let me see if you could translate this. With all
of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your worldly possessions.
And that's what a soldier's doing. And that's
right.
Really what, like for this, like we've had people that they say, well, I'll give to a Gedud, I'll give to an army unit. And that's some of our typical requests. That's 500 soldiers, 550 soldiers.
Chaim, how does one connect with Beef Up Our Boys? How does one connect with that?
So you can go on our website, beefupourboys.com, or I give you a link to
beefupourboys.com.
Can I try Beef Up Our Boys?
Let me see. Let me see if I could get that out there. Is it beefupourboys.com? Is that right?
That's
Beef
it.
Up Our Boys. There it is. Okay, so it's sliding on the bottom there. Very simple, very awesome. Chaim, you are an awesome ole in this land. You've brought so much success and joy to so many people, and it is an honor that I had the merit to be there when you made Aliyah. And we have a slogan for people that make Aliyah, which is keep making Aliyah. And that's exactly what you're doing. And I want to give you a lot of bracha to continue to succeed.
Mm.
And thank you very much for giving me the honor of speaking with you about beefupourboys.com. And I urge everybody, of course, to beef up the boys. Just that simple. Thank you.
Thank you.